What's going on, everybody? Alrighty, let's get this thing started. Hopefully everybody had a really good holiday, and let me, oh, you know what, I'll just edit it out, no worries. Let's drop it in here. All right, awesome, let's get started. So tonight's not gonna be too long. What's up? What's up? Yeah, tonight's not going to be too long. I'll be honest. I'm kind of like done trading for the year, but I am going to cover some stuff that I'm looking at going into next year. I'm also looking at some stuff on the crypto side. We definitely have a lot of crypto to talk about. So yeah, let's get into it. First and foremost, you know, it is the end of the year. And hold on for one sec. There we go. I knew I could hear it. Yeah, so, oh man, a lot of alerts going off today. So let's dive into it. And if you guys have questions, you know, I'll try my best to answer it. Like I said, I'm not planning on being too long on tonight. We're going to go through a couple of things that I was looking at for the year. And you know what, hold on, how did this thing end up doing? Oh, look at that. All righty, cool. Yeah, so I really haven't been on the charts a lot this week. It's been one heck of a week. So I've been happy. I'm closing out the year. Kind of give you guys an idea of how I like to do my end of year stuff. So I trade actually 5 accounts, right? So my personal account, my Owanda account that I trade my currencies with, I'm officially done trading. I finished last week trading that account for the year. So I'm going to be spending, I'm actually pretty much done. I'm just writing some of the formulas so I can tabulate all the data that I need to pull out. And then I'll be reviewing it probably this week, and I'll be reviewing it to see what I need to do, what I need to implement into my trading plan to make any changes. Like last year, one of the biggest things I took away from it was, you know, I wanted to stop counter trend trading. And I can honestly say that it's helped me tremendously as far as time. I'm not in as many trades. I don't have to manage as much. I don't have to journal as much. And at the end, you know, I already know that this year's percentages were better than last year. So that's something that I'm definitely going to be, you know, looking at what I can change. So that's my currency account. My FTMO account, I officially stopped trading it last week. And, you know, I'll be finishing out my journal on that this week. That leaves, the only thing I've got left open is my my CFD account that I use for both futures and for through FX Choice. I trade, you know, my indices, my metals and commodities. So that I'm going to finish out probably Thursday. I'll be finishing that out. My crypto account, honestly, I haven't touched in months. I've kind of just been on the investment side, just buying and holding on for dear life with it. And then that leaves my TPT account. So that's the last account that I'll be looking at. And again, I'll probably be finishing that out Thursday afternoon. I'll be starting to tabulate all the data and close it out. So I'm eager to see what the information is going to show. Like I said, I'm pretty happy with the consistency and with the profit margins that I was able to obtain this year. So going with that, you know, obviously I'm getting ready for next year. I've got my journal books ready to go. Actually, oh, here they are. Yeah, I've got my journal books right over here. Ready to go. I don't know if you guys can see it. Yeah, there you go. Maybe, there you go. Yeah, I've got my journal books ready to go. And from there, hold on for a sec. I kind of moved my office around, so I've got stuff everywhere. Where is, oh, there it is. Man, I was looking for this thing. All right, hold on one second, guys. There we go. All right, sorry. All right, so I got my journal books ready. I've got the actual new Excel spreadsheets ready to go for them. and, you know, getting ready for 2022. Hopefully it's going to start out to be a really good year. Anybody trading this time of year, I mean, definitely take a look at the price action. You know, you look at some of these major pairs, you come over here and look at what Christmas Day did. Yeah, look at this price action during Christmas Day. You know, when you see all these wicks, that tells you, right? That's telling you that there's not a lot of trade volume going in, that orders are being stretched out and prices essentially skipping itself to try to get some orders filled and whatnot and reaching for the higher or the lower entries. So this is why I kind of like don't trade so much towards the end of the year, and I kind of just let it do its thing. All right. Anyway, so going forward, I'll kind of go down my list of what my expectations are for it, where I'm going with it, seeing what we can do with it, and go essentially from there. All right. ACAD and NZD CAD, I'm still bearish on. I'm still looking for bearishness on them. You could see that there is a distribution going on in here. We are in the right location. But honestly, I haven't seen any price action to really tell me to get into a trade yet. We did get something, what was it, Thursday or Friday? We were trading in here, and we caught this test entry. Price gave us a reaction. We ended up, or at least I ended up hitting reduced risk stop loss. And then from there, prices essentially just made 1, 2, 3, 4 drives. So, you know, ideally for next year, I'd want to see us trade below here and then give me a pullback, whether this is my SC and this is my MC, into those two locations, and then I'll be shorting it. But nothing has changed on ACAD for me. I'm still going to continue to look for the shorts. Come on, there we go. You know, I just see this as one big distribution now. All right. And before I can do anything with it, I need structure to get broken. Yeah, I need structure to get broken. We haven't broken any structure yet. So that being said, you know, NZD CAD's a little different story. NZD CAD, I'm still holding the trade from Thursday. And ideally, what we saw was this, right? Price ended up taking a little bit of liquidity, trading above our slingshot. And when it did it in the form of a distribution. So evidence of sellers coming into the market. Again, I've been short on this for a while. I've got a couple of orders. You know, I'm sitting from the top orders. It's still way in profit. But what I wanted to see was this. You know, we ended up distributing, breaking some, you know, lower time frame order flow, something I really don't care much about. But then we came back and we distributed out of this, and this was the entry that we caught right in here. If you go, and I think it was more of a seconds time frame distribution. Yeah, here we go. So the key was, again, you know, looking for that manipulation. You know, clearly we got enough evidence of orders being filled, and then we get that manipulation. After that manipulation, right, we break structure, which was key. And then, you know, I took it. I had 2 orders off the 50 and the 80. Only the 50 got popped, so no big deal. But, you know, it was a 4.8 pip stop. Can you go over market maker consolidation model? Dude, I have no idea what a market maker consolidation model is. So I don't know. I couldn't tell you. But what do you mean, can I annotate the fractal? On which pair? Right here? On NZD CAD? I'll give you a second. I know you're on YouTube, so I'll give you a second to... You watched my video on journaling. How can we make the same journal? If you're pretty decent in Excel, just type it up however you want. I mean, that's essentially what I did. You know, I wanted to see what information I wanted and what I can get. And, you know, I just jumped on YouTube and Google and started, you know, figuring out what formulas I needed to write and how to do it. All right. Yeah. If you give me your, I honestly have no idea what a market maker consolidation model is. I've never, yeah, I don't know. I'm assuming it's going to be, I'm assuming it's going to be your schematics. That's what it sounds like, just a different name. But anyway, yeah, we've got perfect phase A and phase B going on in here. And then clearly when we get into phase C and we break structure, you know, we get our test. So after our test, you know, this thing just collapses. So in this case here, I don't even care. Don't fixate too much on the time frame, the actual number, right? Look at the leg. So let's bounce up to a 15-minute here, right? Let's go into replay mode real quick. So this is ultimately the high, right? What's maintaining order flow? It's this. This is order flow, right? Where's lower time frame structure? I'll tell you what. Let me enable and annotate. Hold on, give me a sec. There you go. You should be able to annotate, right? Let me ask you this question. So where is, hold on, let me hide my drawings. On NZD CAD, and I'll ask specifically to NZD CAD, where is lower time frame structure being maintained from? Anybody else? Can this type of trading be used on synthetic indices? No, they can't. Yeah, synthetic, I'll be honest, synthetic indices are like, I mean, that's like, I would honestly say it's more like trading high frequency currencies, you know, I mean, yeah. So absolutely. This, all right, so hold on. Let's clear this out. So this was our first lower time frame BOS, right? So that meant this is what was maintaining. When we broke that, came back and distributed and then made a new low, this now becomes lower time frame structure. Does everyone understand that part? Yeah, exactly. Yep. MC is my extreme mitigation candle. Okay. Everyone understand that? So for me, this is maintaining structure on the lower time frame. All of this is order flow. So we're in a bearish market. I'm not looking for buys at all. I'm only looking for sells. So out of this order in here, I didn't need to wait for this order flow to break, right? Because we're in a bearish market. You know, all I got to wait for is supply coming into the market. So we have what? We have a distribution here that takes out a little bit of demand. We have a higher time frame distribution type 4 schematic. We get evidence of a sign of weakness. And then what do? We have a type 1 distribution that mitigates out of this area here, right? So for me, it's a simple game of risk, you know, my risk assessment on it. This is the line in the sand, right? If this ends up becoming a reaccumulation, then I'm done with the sell out of this, and I'd have to look up for us into a structure point. Okay. Can you outline the schematic before it happens, or is it all hindsight? No. I mean, yeah, so when price is here, there's absolutely nothing for me to do, right? We don't have a phase C yet. All we have is a trading range. So at the point that we get our UTAD, boom, that's it. What do we need to do? I need to just find structure. So if I know that this is the previous high, right? Previous high, that means that now price needs to break this low. So set my alert here. When that low gets broken, right there, now it's just a matter of me finding where I want to play out of. Clearly, this is the institutional move that manipulates the market, right? This is the UTAD. This is that, institutional candle that sweeps all the liquidity, right? However, you want to look at it from a smart money standpoint, from a Wyckoff standpoint, this is the key. So once we break right there, now it's just a matter of set the limit, play off of it. Again, I have a line in the sand, right? Price trades above here. That's it. I'm done. I'm done with the sell. So in this case, I don't, well, what did I throw on this trade? All right. So I split it, right? Because I had it off the 50 and the 80. I had 250 total. So it's half my normal risk. So only the 50 got popped, right? So as soon as we pop in right there and do this, we have what? We essentially reduce our risk, right? Stop loss comes to reduce risk, RR. And then we, essentially I was looking for a re-entry, re-entry out of this somewhere along the lines in here. All right, hold on. Looks to me like a breaker block. Yep, whatever it is. I have no idea what a breaker block is, but sounds good. Okay, yeah, I've never actually watched any of the ICT stuff, so I couldn't tell you. Let's see. Fib off the entire push or just the 1 minute candle? So we took it out of this entire voluminous candle right here. Yeah. Why not just sell above the old high that the UTAD creates? Sell above the old high that where? Yeah, I just measured the entire wick to wick on this one. Yeah, I guess I'm not. So why sell above the old high? So why sell here? Is that what you're asking? Sell above this high? Because I don't know that this is going to be a true distribution. What's keeping price from coming right in here and going higher? Right? And essentially becoming a reaccumulation. So for me, I need to wait for the BOS. And then more importantly, where would you, so if you're going to sell above this high right here, what's your stop loss? And where are you putting it? Why is my BOS lower? What do you mean than here? Why is my BOS here? Where would you have your BOS at? Yep, go ahead. You can mark it. Okay, so let's look at it, right? So if you come, right, let's just do it like this. So we know that this was that impulse that came up, right? And then we have all of this crap in here. And then we know that this was the high. So if these are the two highs, then I have to go to the low that created it, which is this. So if I do it like this, right? If we do it like that, where we're making high, 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 then this is the one that I need to break. But if we're doing something like this, this is the one that I need to break because this is the high. Here's your next high up here, and this is the low. So in this case here, structure for me was always this because nothing in here traded above that. Does that make sense? So taking trades to wait for the break of the leg and take the pro trend trade. Yes. Yep. That's what I do. Take the pro trend trade. So for me, it's wait for the confirmation of the sign of weakness or strength and then take the mitigation of it. Yep. Okay. I'm having an issue when to close limits while looking to enter during New York. Do you close all your limits after 11 or do you not take any more limits after 11 Eastern? Yeah. So no, I mean, I'll take trades. So here's how I look at it, right? I mean, if I'm going to buy, if I'm looking for buy limits, I mean, I'll take them all the way up to almost the end of New York session because I'm protected on the buy side, right? The spread's not going to affect me at changeover. On a sell side, you know, you've got to understand where your risk is at. So say I was going to take this trade on NZD CAD and this comes in at, you know, 4:15, 4:30 Eastern time, right? The spreads immediately right around 4:30, 4:45, the spreads start going crazy. You know, I mean, I know it's a sore subject, but everyone that got in with me up there, you know, the spread at some point went to 10 pips on NZD CAD on some brokers, you know, so you don't want to prematurely take a stop loss when all you had to do is just wait for a later entry, you know? So, you know, I typically will take my limit orders off, you know, in the afternoon of New York session. And then, you know, either going to bed during Asian session, if I see a reason to put it in for an activation during London, I'll do it. If not, when I wake up in the morning, I'll see where we're at. But the problem is you have to wait for the entire schematic to play out, which is long. Yeah, it is. Yep. I mean, this entire schematic here was from start to entry was 3 hours, 16 minutes. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. So that's why I use my alerts. You know, the minute I get this UTAD, right? So, you know, my alert didn't go off for 2 hours and 40 minutes. It didn't go off that we got the UTAD. So once we got the UTAD, it took 21 minutes for my confirmation to get made, and then I set the limit. You know, so yeah, I'm perfectly fine doing that. Okay, yeah. So anyway, on NZD CAD, you know, it did give a really nice reaction. So you could see I'm in from here, just kind of waiting. I took my first partials actually yesterday. Took my first partials when we broke Asian lows right in here, and just waiting for this continuation to keep going lower. You know, I'm holding 2 positions, holding this one up here, and of course the one from way the heck up here, which is sitting. Well, yeah, the one from way up here. I don't even know if we can get down that low anymore. Oh, yeah, we can. Yep. So the one out of here, right? This one that came in during New York session, this one was a 2.6 pip stop. You take partials and go break even at the same time? No, I take partials and go reduce risk. So I won't break it even. So like in this case here, right? Price came up, tapped our 80%. And as soon as I see that reaction, reduce my risk, right? We get the break, price comes back, gets a second entry, and then we make a new low. Now this order, I can break even. Okay. So ideally, if this is my entry and we do that, I'm going to reduce risk. We get a mitigation and then we make a new low. Now I'm breaking it even. right? But everything's dependent upon what's happening to the left, right? Everything has to happen off the left. Yep, perfect, awesome. Okay. But anyway, so NZD CAD for me, I'm bearish on this thing. I'm just waiting to add some more positions and walk this down. Overall, I want to get a new target, right? I want to reach down here into like the 85.50 area. With that order, that's going to be another major milestone for me to take partials in this candle right here. And then overall, from a higher time frame perspective, right? This is my target. Right, 8,400 is where I want to walk this down to. Okay, so that's NZD CAD. CAD Chef's another one. CAD Chef's just been really nice. You can see we got the COVID push, right, and then price just walked itself up, and we've since then have just been distributing orders and just walking it down, right. So I've been on the CAD Chef short sell for probably half the year now, and I really like what it's been doing. So actually this morning I got into another trade this morning, and you can kind of see, let's go 5 minute, so you can kind of see what price has done. Again, we're in a bearish market. Let's see, GJ. I'd say short term buys, long term get ready for the big sells because they're coming. All right, so you're on a 15-minute chart. So what's going on to the left? We'll take a look at GJ. Yeah, we'll take a look at the GJ. Anyway, so CAD Chef, we had distribution that took out some small demand, but then we have another larger distribution, right? Price confirming the type 1, coming back to mitigate the 80% of the type 1, and then from there making a new low. So I actually market executed on this, took an entry this morning on it. And here's kind of the thought process behind it, right? Frankfurt for me is a big time, Frankfurt Open. Here's the Frankfurt Open right here. We come into 50% of the Frankfurt Open after seeing that sign of weakness. And I don't know, if you don't have the seconds time frame, you're probably not going to see it as well as we did. So what do we have? You should be able to see your type 1 schematic right here, right? And what's key about it is there we go. So what's key about it is we trade above this high with our UTAD. Here's our schematic, right? So here's your climax to your AR. Here's your secondary test, your up thrust, your MSAL, and your UTAD, right? So after we broke this right here, I just measured this. I don't know if you could see my fibs right here, but I just measured the entire push and I took it off the 50%. So this was, I don't know if my position's still visible. I guess my first position's not visible. Anyway, so here was the first position I took. It was a 1.6 pip stop. Low risk on it just because we didn't get a true break. But once we did break this, right? Once we broke this, now all I did was just measure 1, the entire push, and 2, this push, which gave us a 50%, essentially a 50% mitigation. And that was my second entry. So there's the second entry right here. This one was, now this one here, that was my stop loss right there up to this high. And we just walked it down. So I took the 2 positions. I did pay myself on what my risk was. And so once price came in, and this was my first partials when we broke this low, I was perfectly content taking that. It wasn't a huge TP, you could see 1 to 11, and this was a 1 to 5, maybe one with the spread. You know, CAD Chef's spread was about 1.2 pips, right? So it's not a true 1 to 11 and a 1 to 6 here. But that's where I ended up taking my first partials, and then price kind of just started, you know, trekking back into a pullback. I'm expecting price to come back and mitigate out of here, probably tonight during London. So I'd be looking for something in here. I'm honestly not looking for anything. I could care less about it. I'm more interested in trying to finish my journals, but yeah, this is what I'm looking at. Am I looking for anything on EG? I'm not. I'm honestly not looking anything on currencies, but if I was looking for something on EG, it would be a buy, right? We're in the area to buy it, so that's where I'd be looking at. But both of these positions, you know, you could see coming into the afternoon session in New York, this one was about a 1 to 17 and about a 1 to 9. So I'm expecting this just to continue lower. You know, knowing that we are at not at a premium pricing, you know, this is where I wanted to sell from up here, but we started to see this, you know, I'm almost expecting this here to turn into a reaccumulation. So I'm going to start taking, partials very quickly on it. Yeah, it was, I think, I don't know, were you on the call this morning when we were looking at it? So yeah. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so that was CAD Chef, right? That was CAD Chef. Here, I'll look over here at your, how did you select 50% of the second entry? It was just mitigating the move. So okay, so we know that this is the leg, right? So if you measure this entire push, 50% is right where this came to. And then if you measure this right here, right, 50% is right where this came to. So that's how we played it off. Yeah. All right, let's jump over here to this GJ. So give me some background on it. What's our structure on GJ? Yeah. So I guess let me ask you this: how come? Why sell it? Let me change to a different color. Is this better? Yeah, that's better. Yeah. So who dropped GJ? Give me your thoughts. What why look to sell it? Specifically, so when we're looking at it specifically, because this is our intraday structure, right? It's no longer lower time frame. Lower time frame is actually going to be this one right here now. That's how long it's been since I touched GJ. But you're smack dab in the middle of the range, right? You're in the middle. One of the things I don't like to do is I don't like to trade in the middle of it. I like to be, if we're bullish, you know, I'm going to be buying out of here, or I'm going to be following order flow, which already I can tell that that's where I'm going to be buying from. Right. So I know we're bullish on the intraday. I know we're bullish on the lower time frame. Now, what I said about short-term buys, long-term sells, because has anyone seen this thing pop up yet? What does this look like? Well, it's slowly looking like a distro right now, right? Yeah, I mean, you've got your creek, but if I'm going to draw it out, right? We could get one more, absolutely. Yep, we could get one more. This could be just our PSY, right? How do we know? Because we're not in phase C yet, because we haven't broken any structure, right? So I'm not, that's why I said short term, I'm looking for buys, because until we break structure, I'm not interested in doing that, you know? So this easily can be this right here, right? This could be your BC to your AR, secondary test to an MSAL, to an up thrust, right? To a UTAD, break of structure, and then we get our test, right? The key to me, or the key for me, is to look what happened to the left, right? And when we look at this, why are we distributing from this area? No clue, because we're still, you know, we're still in this leg right here. But I do know that if we're going to do anything, we need to come back and mitigate out of this push right here, right? This push right here that broke this low needs to come back and mitigate out of before we can go higher. So this could be the reason that we distribute out of this. But until we get a break of structure, right, it's just bullish order flow, right? Bullish price action if you're not getting any signs of weakness. So, you know, I'm going to continue to look for the buys on it. Again, where I'd like to buy it from, is obviously going to be the low, right? I want to buy it at a discount. There's so much liquidity at the bottom. What do you mean so much liquidity at the bottom? Do I Zoom call every morning? No, just Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays. What are you talking about? You're talking about this right here? Or are you talking about way lower? The first? Yeah, just remember, I guess the question would be, what does the market care about the liquidity here, right? What do they care about this? If this is liquidity, why do they care about it? Now, I'll tell you where it's going to really matter. Can anyone tell me when the market's going to care about all this liquidity here? There's going to be one instance when they care about it. Give me your thoughts. What do you guys think? When it comes to structure, how can you tell actually a retracement is from a continuation move? So before price action can continue in the form of a reaccumulation or redistro, right, it needs to pull back. If they want to take it higher, yes, right? If they want to take it higher, exactly. When it breaks the high now, and hopefully maybe this will click with some of you guys, right? So let's just say that we have our trading range, right? We got our 1 drive, our 2 drive, our 3 drive. Shoot, let's say we get a 4th. Why would they care about these lows? If they want to take it higher, how are they going to take it higher? What are they going to do? Come on. Mitigate? No, not mitigate yet. Mitigate's going to come after what they're going to do. Yes, they're going to, there we go. Yes. Reaccumulation, sell the market down and buy up. Yes. So what they're going to do is they're going to do this BOS, right? BOS. What's going to happen here? Yes, right? This is going to be their accumulation, right? It's the accumulation otherwise known in this area here, right? Because this is originally in this form, this is a major sign of weakness. But when price accumulates here and jumps the creek, breaking structure, we now call this our shakeout. And absolutely, they converted all of these buy orders into sell stops so they can fill their sell orders to come down, only to accumulate to take this market higher. Absolutely. Right? Good job. Good job. Yes. All right. Does that make sense? Right? Does that make sense? So on that move, right, when you see price accumulating in here, you have to wonder what the intention is. And if the intention is to make this market higher, what do I need to wait for? Right? It's two things I need, right? I need a jump across the creek and I need a BOS wherever that high is. Now, right? So let's just say that this was the creek, right? Say that this was the creek and we break that high. Well, now we need price to come back to mitigate, right? And just by looking at what happened here, I'm pretty sure that this is an accumulation. This is the reaccumulation that mitigated out of here. So I'd be looking in here, right? For price to accumulate orders to take this higher, this being my test of the shakeout, right? To work this higher. Up in the top, it should say view options, and then you can hit annotate. One, two, three. No, it doesn't have to be highs. Yeah, it doesn't have to be highs. Right? You can get, you just need what it is. It's 3 drives where they're filling orders, right? So it could be that 1, 2, 3 drives, and your 4th is your UTAD, right? So you need a minimum of 3 drives for any schematic, right? Minimum of 3 drives. So if you get your 4th drive and it sweeps liquidity, right? It's a manipulation candle, an institutional candle, an FU candle, whatever you want to call it, right? That's your UTAD or that's your spring, right? Essentially, it's a shakeout. Okay. Yeah. All right, what we got? EG, yes. So I guess, yeah, I see you got the limits 80 and 50. I guess, what are you going off of this being a schematic? Let's see, let's go over to EG. I think we're going to come lower. I think we're going to come lower. I think we're going to come a little bit lower. Let me just see what we did today. Yeah, no. We're coming lower. Let's hold on. Let me see what happened over here. Oh, there she is. All right, let's see. If this came into 50 or 80, then I'm going to correct myself and say that we're going to go higher. But let's see. I'm going to kick myself if this came into the 80 because I had the damn thing marked up. So everybody understand why is this area important? Who doesn't understand why this area here was an important piece of price action? You don't know? All right. So do you know what kind of schematic this is? Who knows what kind of schematic it is? It's a reaccumulation. There you go, bro. Hey, what's up, Julio, man? How are you, man? Right. It's a reaccumulation, right? There was an attempted distribution, right? Predominantly out of, I guess, for anybody that wants to call this whatever the hell you guys want to call it, but you know, predominantly looking for price to trade out of this after making this new low, right? But what we see is we see an evidence of a distribution, and at Frankfurt, right, going into the London Open, this is the London Open right here, we get what? We get the shakeout, right? We get the shakeout. So out of that shakeout, this is the cause of the break of structure, right? So that's why this arrow is listed here. So this being the cause, yeah, awesome, man. This being the cause that does what? That invalidates a ton of supply, right? So when we look at this, look at it from a larger picture. This is the cause of this distribution being invalidated, right? This distro never breaks structure. Instead, we accumulate, we reaccumulate, and we break the high, meaning this is now what is maintaining order flow. This is my slingshot, right? So out of this, this is my number one point of interest to wait for price. This is my number two, right? So let's see. I'm going to be pissed if it came into 50 or 80. No, there you go. Yeah. So I don't even know what the stop loss would have been on that. Let me see. Freaking hilarious. I don't know. Well, I know why I missed it. I wasn't looking at the damn thing. So a 4-pip stop. It would have been a 4-pip stop, and you know, you're sitting at a 1 to 3.5 on it right now. I wouldn't have limit orders set on it yet though, because you haven't broken anything. Let me just see. Yeah, you haven't broken anything. Yeah, I mean, do how you will, but just keep in mind that order flow is being maintained from here, right? This is your order flow leg. And you haven't even invalidated yet your supply point. You know, I would at least want this high right here to get taken, because this is the high. This is the manipulation that mitigated out of the redistro, right? That then caused this low. Do you just set a limit on the number 2 POI? No, I'll take limit orders out of SCs as well, but they've got to be structure points, not order flow points. Oh, hold on, give me 1 second. They've got to be order flow points. I'm sorry, they've got to be structure points, not order flow points. So in this case, this wouldn't have been a limit order for me. I may have thrown just a small risk for a limit order, but nothing major. Alrighty. Yeah. So EG, I mean, I'd be looking for the buys, but I would need this high right here to get taken first. This is the high that causes supply to come down into this area. So nice legs. Yeah, man. It's hot in Florida. It is hot. No more. What's the temperature right now? Yeah, look at, we're 73 degrees, man. 73 degrees and probably like 80% humidity. Yeah, so that's what I'd be waiting for in EG. All right. What's another one that I've been looking at? Chef JPY. Let me just see what the heck this thing did. This stupid thing. I was looking for same thing, right? You've got a distro, creek, and we have an accumulation that happens in here, and we break. So once we break, now I'd be looking for price to come back in here and mitigate. Yeah, no snow here, man. It is hot. Yeah, no, it is hot. It is hot. Today was a hot day. I don't even know what I think we probably hit like 85, 88 today. So yeah, anyway, so yeah, I'm not going to spend too much time on currencies just because, like I said, I'm looking for continuation plays, looking for, GU, EU sells. Obviously where I'm going to be waiting for it is right up here, right? I'm going to be waiting specifically from an order flow perspective. I'm going to be waiting right here, right here. Why am I going to be waiting right there? Same thing, right? Because it was an important session time, right? It was an important session time. This was the distro, right? Here's your distro. Frankfurt open manipulates the market. We break, we come back during Frankfurt. So this is what I want to see us mitigate out of, right? So if we can mitigate out of the Frankfurt open, which is that right there, this is my area. Yeah. So this is my area that I want to see price come back into. So when we get back up here, this is where I'm going to be waiting, right? That's where I'm going to be waiting. How much important is Frankfurt open and why? Well, it's important to me enough that I wrote my own indicator so that I can have the Frankfurt open, the Asian session, and then my New York equities open. So I would definitely back test it. Don't take my word for it. It's something that I don't know. What do you, those of you guys that are on here, what do you think? Like maybe 8 months ago, after a lot of back testing, that's what I came, we kind of identified what we wanted to see out of it and started just back testing and demo trading it. And it was pretty important. Now not every Frankfurt open, you can see this, look, not every Frankfurt open is important. It's when it happens and in the location of price is when it happens. That's the important part for me. Am I trading or am I going to be waiting for another week? Yeah. I'm like winding it down. I'll be honest. Like I took, what I take today, 3 trades. I took 3 trades today. Very little risk, very, very little risk. We started looking in March. Yeah, I think that's when it was. Yeah. So we started looking a while ago and it was something that, and I'm not even taking credit for it because it was like a collective effort. A couple of guys in my group, we just started looking at when price was making these moves and you know, for me, that Frankfurt Open hour is pretty important. So like I said, back test it. All right, back test it. Oh, here we go. All right, I want to get to some crypto stuff here in a second. Hold on. Did anybody catch? No, nobody caught this. Nobody caught this. You know, this is the crap that irritates me. All right, well, it is what it is. I guarantee you it came to 50. Did it come right to 50? Yeah, it came to 50. All right. Well, I figured we were going to sweep the Asian lows, and this is where I was waiting right here, but we didn't get it. So it's all good. We'll see what happens with SPX. I would like the Asian on my chart. Is this? Yeah. Just go to, so sessions on the chart, right? You should have the indicator, right? Sessions on chart. Where is it at? Right here. Sessions on chart. And when you click on it, first things first is I care less about Sydney session. So London, New York, Tokyo, right? Activate high and low. That's what keeps it in the box and not, you know, like Yuri has all these freaking lines. Dude, I can't do it. I can't have all the lines on my chart. And then you can just change it. So, you know, you can make it doesn't matter what these are. You can make London session 02 to 03 in the morning, Eastern. These are all Eastern time sessions, right? New York 8 to 5, Tokyo, whatever you want to put it. So obviously for me, Asian session starts at 8 and I have it ending at 3 a.m., you know, so it has that overlap. You can make it to 2. That way you have the Frankfurt candle, right? And then when you go to style, the only thing that you should care about is the plots. So it's in order that you're putting it in, right? So the first one here, plot background, this is your London session. Second is New York. The third is Asian. The fourth is Sydney. So you just come here, pick whatever color, change the opacity that you want it to. And then visibility, if you don't want it on the seconds time frame or you don't want it monthly, weekly, whatever, you can just change that there. So, but it's on there. There you go. So all good. I did take a US 30 trade though. I did snag this little entry right out of here. I really didn't expect it to still be in profit. I thought I was going to get the stop loss hit on it, but I'm expecting this lineup here is all-time highs. So I am expecting this to trade a little higher. But other than that, I mean, indices are bullish. You know, I mean, like I said this morning, I really didn't want to waste too much time trying to buy indices at these heights. You know, obviously, if we get a pullback, and you can kind of see what I was looking at, right? So whoever asked me, is Frankfurt important or is London important, right? So here's your London manipulation, right? Reaccumulation. It sweeps all of these lows before going higher. Then what do we see? Then we see price coming back down. Here's your New York Open. This is where I wanted price to come back into. We didn't get it. But instead, what do we see? We see here's your Frankfurt candle, right? Frankfurt sweeps and then makes the high. And ultimately, this is where I've kind of been watching. I wanted price to come back into these areas here. We just didn't get it. You know, we didn't see it come. We didn't get any of that manipulation. You know, this honestly, the buys on this have just been running away from me. We haven't gotten any kind of a pullback, especially into equities open. You know, for me, 9:30 to like 11 a.m. is prime time to trade indices. That's when I typically will trade it. All right. Let's see. Okay. And then, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. You know, I want to dive into some crypto. Unless somebody has something that they really, really want to look at. I want to dive into some crypto. So here you go. Here's another example. Here's another example, right? So obviously, this is what happens when I don't trade, man. So I was looking for price in here, right? Let's see, 30-minute. I was looking for price in here. and we come into the box. Let's go 1 minute. We come into the box. And what do we see? Right? We see a super clean distro. Right? Super clean distribution. Come on. There we go. Super clean distro. And we should see a climax to an AR, secondary test to an MSAL, right? You have another secondary test, and then we have our UTAD. So out of the UTAD here, what we want to see is just the Frankfurt push, right? Because this is responsible for the break, right? You get your BOS, which is your major sign of weakness, and then we come back to test. So if I was marking this up, where I'd be looking, is right in this push. So she comes right into 50% of it, and 50% during New York session, right? So this would have been potentially a 2.4 pip stop loss. And at the break, let's see. So at the break, where I would have been taking some partials, you're sitting at about a 1 to 8. And you saw price at the highest go to a 1 to 16 during one session, right? So Frankfurt's big for me. I identify Frankfurt very well. All right. Interest rates correlating with DXY. So what interest rates are you talking about? Because there's a lot of them. The 10-year note? Yeah. So I'll tell you this. I don't correlate the 10-year. If you come over here, and so I don't correlate the 10-year with DXY. What I do is I use the 10-year to trade metals, gold and silver, right? Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'll tell you this on the currency side, just for DXY, nothing about this. Let's go 1 hour. Nothing about this is telling me bearishness, right? For me, this is bullish price action. Oh, there we go. This to me is bullish price action. You know, we had the reaccumulation, price came in, mitigated. Now we haven't made a new high, right? But what we are doing is we're building liquidity, coming down, making a new high, building liquidity, coming down. And I want to see now what we do here. If we do intend to go higher, it's going to come out of this, right? It's going to come out of whatever they do here. I don't know. What was your answer, bro? Or what was your question? When it comes to structure, how can you tell what actually is a retracement or a continuation move? Is that what the question is? So, you know, if you're, I guess the easiest answer is this, right? So if you're in a bullish market, right? If you're in a bullish market and follow your market cycle, so you have your accumulation, right? You have your reaccumulation, and then you have your distribution, right? So if you're in the distribution phase, you can anticipate price coming down into either your reaccumulation or into your extreme of your accumulation. And when you get into one of these points, that's where I'd be looking for my buy. I wouldn't be looking for a buy here. Now, if I'm going to look for a buy out of here, what do I need to wait for here for me to get into a buy? Am I going to buy it here, or do I need to wait for something else? Yes, there you go, bro. Absolutely. You're going to wait for the reaccumulation, right? So if you're in the distribution phase, What do I need to wait for? I need to wait for this, right? Jump across the creek, BOS. Once that happens, there's a very good likelihood there's an accumulation right here. That's where I'm playing out of when price comes back. If I could set a limit out of that, I will. If not, you know, for some reason, if the stop loss is way too big, price action is just crappy in there, then I'll wait for another accumulation here to take this higher. But that's pretty much how I decipher whether or not I'm buying from here or here within a market cycle. Okay. Is the beginning of January a good month to trade typically? Could be. Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest, like I don't put in too much into like seasonality, into, I mean, I just go into logical stuff, right? I mean, why is the end of December for me a time when I'm not going to be trading? One, because if I'm doing what I typically do during the year, my wife's going to kill me, right? And secondly, if I'm a institutional trader and I'm in the office during those 2 weeks of the year, chances are something's gone wrong. So for the most part, the algorithms are just trading at the end of the year. That's why you see, you know, during Christmas, you saw that price action. You know, it's just the algorithms doing their thing. There we go. It's just the algorithms doing their thing, you know, and for the most part, hold on for one sec. There we go. For the most part, you know, I don't want to be into any kind of price action like that. I hate to trade in a consolidated range. You know, for me, it's a waste of time. It's a waste of energy. It's a waste of, you know, of margin. So yeah, I mean, the first week of January, I'm personally going to be looking for trades. I'm not going to be forcing them. You know, if they happen, great. If, you know, if my alerts don't go off, then no trade happens, you know? So I can't tell you if the beginning of January, I could tell you in the last 4 years that I've personally been trading, you know, every January has been different. So yeah, it is what it is, man. Anyway, so DXY I'm bullish on. Okay. But I do want to jump into crypto. And then, cause I told, I told my wife I wouldn't be on too long tonight. So let's dive into some of the crypto stuff that I'm looking at. I already went through some of it. Where I wanted to begin with was Ethereum, right? Wanted to start with Ethereum and pretty much same. Let me get this off. There we go. You know, much like I've been speculating, you know, we saw price at the summertime create a really nice accumulation here, right? And from there, we broke this high. So I had every anticipation of us coming back into either our reaccumulation or into our extreme, right? Later, man. Have a good one, bro. Yeah, I had every anticipation of us coming into one of these two spots, right? I personally would love for us to come back to 2000. You know, if we could come back to 2000, man, I'd be a happy man. Hold on. There we go. But, you know, we may not get there, right? We may not get there. We saw the big drop. And that's kind of what I was waiting on, right? I said in December, we're going to see a big drop. We're going to see some market manipulation. And I'm now curious to see what happens. You know, we had an accumulation. We have our spring, right? We can see that price, if you measure your spring, price breaks out of the trading range, comes back to 80%, right? And now we broke this high here. So this, for me, is what's maintaining. I want to see what we can do here. If I start to see some evidence of accumulation here, that'd be a really good sign, something like this. That's what I want to see for this to continue to the upside. All right. And if I'll tell you right now, if you just look at all of the cryptos, the major cryptos, especially the ones I'm involved in, pay attention to what they've been doing. You know, just on, if I go to a 1 hour chart, I'm not going to go through all of these, but you know, if you just come down and you look, right, an accumulation, an accumulation, an accumulation, right, an accumulation, an accumulation, right? Obviously, this one here hasn't broken yet for me to look at the entry, but what do we have? You know, we have an accumulation, right? So we're seeing across the entire crypto marketplace, right? We're seeing just price. Look, I mean, BTC, right? An accumulation. So we're seeing, you know, consistency across the market. And for me, it's starting to really, you know, manifest itself. I will tell you this, and this is something, again, you know, trade your own account. Just because I'm buying something, don't just, you know, get into it. But if you don't have this on your watch list, I would definitely start looking at it. Okay. I'm personally going to be buying some of it. You know, just look at the accumulation. Obviously, I wanted this to break up here. If we can break that, I was going to be setting a limit. We didn't break it yesterday, but I'm still going to get in at, you know, I don't know, 27 cents, 26 cents is where I'm going to get in at. So I've got a little alert on it, you know, but again, you know, you can see, I mean, even the crypto.com CRO, you know, accumulation, we're seeing this across all of it. You know, Dash accumulation, Polkadot's a huge one, right? Polkadot confirmed the accumulation. And now I'm looking in this area right here for price to come in so I can dollar cost average in, right? That's where I'm looking. There we go. This is where I'm going to be dollar cost averaging in this blue box. Okay. You know, for those of you guys starting out in crypto, you know, I mean, it sucks for if I was in your position, I would honestly be very hesitant about getting into the main caps just because the ROI is nowhere near where you want it to be. You know, on some of these mid cap and low caps, that's where you're going to make your percentage. That's where you're going to make your money on it. Okay. And actually, hold on for 1 second. I just need to. In the Discord, does it? I'll be honest. Like Sam runs all that stuff, man. What's the level you're at? Give me a sec. Let me open up Discord. Did it one? How many? Yeah, it should send you the bot should send you a DM. I don't know. Hold on. I still get a chuckle out of it when it tells me I just advanced to like the next level. Hold on, let me see. What's your what is your Discord name? UFO number 50. It's UFO? That's what it is? No, really? Okay, I see it. UFO. Let me see. Yeah, it won't even let me put it in. Let me just see something. Oh, just keep doing it. When you hit level 2, it says level 2 on it. Yeah, just keep I think it's only a couple messages you have to do. It's so that you can get engaged in the group. You know, ask a couple questions, and that'll advance you. Okay. Hold on, bear with me 1 second. Okay. All right. Sorry. Yep, you got it. You're looking at H&T? Yeah, I would be. We'll be, yeah. I'll upload this to my channel. So Polkadot, I'd definitely be looking at. Here's one that's a low cap coin that I would definitely be looking at. So I'll give you a little background on Ergo. So I'll tell you right now, especially if you're looking to get into mining, Ergo is a really good low energy, and it does, especially for those of you guys getting into mining, Ergo isn't affected by LHR. I'm sorry, they are affected by LHR cards, but they are, if you use T-Rex or NB miner as your miner, I'm getting great hash rate out of it. So Ergo is something that I'm definitely starting to get involved in. You can see where it's at. It's at $5 right now. If you look at where it's been, and let me get off KuCoin. Let me go to CoinEx. Yeah, here we go. So you can see where it's been. It is in an area of demand, right? And it's accumulating. So I do like the idea of where it's at. And, you know, if I were to buy my market right now, just to get to these highs right here, I'm looking at a 278% increase, you know? So Ergo is a low cap coin right now. Like if you go over to CoinGecko, this is what I use just to find my market caps, to find, you know, what exchanges carry it. Yeah, so if you use Ergo, number 274 in market cap, right? It's 246 million is where it's at. So it's actually a mid cap at this point. And if you come over here to markets, you'll see all of the exchanges that carry it. So KuCoin right now is trading 54% of total volume on it. Yeah. So anyway, I would definitely be looking at Ergo, you know, especially if you've got, you know, some decent other coins that you have in your portfolio. This is something that I would definitely be looking at, especially, I'll tell you this, especially because if you guys, you know, a lot of you guys that don't mine, this is something important. So anytime between April and like say July, to be safe, Ethereum is going from proof of work, meaning, you know, mining, to proof of stake, right? Which means everyone mining, all the hash rate that's mining is going to go somewhere else. And if that goes somewhere else, chances are a lot of it is going to come into Ergo. So if you have a lot more miners, you know, producing Ergo, okay, and you're starting to see, because you can only mine so much per day, right? It's not like, oh, there's going to be more miners on here, so they're going to make more coin. That's not the case. It just means that there's going to be less coin to go around. But that potentially could start an area of demand, allowing price to really skyrocket. So that's kind of what I'm looking at, right? Both because I'm mining it, but two, I like where it's at. I like that it is relatively cheap at $5. So I'm going to be looking to take that to the upside. All right. Another one is Flow. I know I talked about this a while ago, and I actually got into Flow, I don't know, probably back on one of these drops, somewhere in here I got in. So I'm in a little bit of drawdown. But when you look at it from a higher time frame, again, Flow was created by Dapper Labs. Dapper Labs has a lot to do with the sporting community. So this has a lot of upside potential, all right? Especially even at these levels here, to all-time highs, we're talking about a 400% increase, all right? So I do like Flow still. What exchange do you trade that off of? So you can come over here. I get mine off of Kraken, because Kraken is allowing you to stake it, right? But if you just come over and type in Flow and you come to markets, you'll see these are all the markets that it's on. It's on pretty much all the major exchanges. I don't believe Coinbase Pro has listed it yet, but like I said, Kraken is where I put it on. And you can also stake it on Kraken for, I think, 8% APY. So if you're not staking your crypto, you're losing out on a lot of money. So make sure you're staking. All right, staking for me, because I'm not in it to try to flip, to flip equity, short term. I'm not in it for a month or 2 months. I'm in it for a very long time. So I have no problem locking up, a good portion of my coins. I don't do 100% of them just because I like the flexibility of moving them around if I need to. But yeah, I definitely would be staking it. Mana, yeah, absolutely. If you didn't get into Mana last month, you missed the boat. I don't think so. Again, Mana's accumulating, right? Where we got in down here out of this accumulation. Hold on. So I bought in the summertime when we got the big drop. I bought in here at, I think my price was right at like 39 cents. And then we saw the reaccumulation, right? So I'm waiting to see if we can get back down under 90 cents. I don't think it's going to happen. I honestly think that we're probably going to go up from here. So I'm personally not interested in trying to buy it from up here though. Like I said, I'm in from down below. If we come back, you can see my alert here. If we come back lower, I'll take it out of here. But other than that, I'm not really interested in trying to buy it at these levels. You can see what it priced to, really clean accumulation, right? We had, here's your trading range, right? 1 drive, 2 drive, 3 drive, your spring. How much do you want to bet that we, out of the spring, really clean entry off of our 50%, make a new high. We come back in to mitigate out, make a new high. Here's your reaccumulation. I'd be expecting price to come in here, which it looks like it's doing, to make a new high. So, but like I said, I'm not interested in trying to invest from it here. This is too much of a risk for me. So you got in at $3. Oh boy. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. For me, it's just not worth it. Not there. I mean, yeah, because I can potentially, I mean, it's a 71% drop. So for every $1, right, that you invested, you'd be down 71%. So you would be, so for every $1, when it gets down to the area that I want to start looking for the buy, you're going to be at, your dollar is going to be worth 29 cents. Right. So it's just not worth it for me to invest up here. Yeah, sounds good. Anything on gold? Nothing. No. Gold. Yeah, gold for me has been crap all of the month of December. HNT though, yeah. For anybody that's been looking at HNT, really good price action. Unfortunately, it didn't come into my buy area, but it did give a nice little reaction and we did accumulate. So any pullbacks into the reaccumulation or into here, so I would say like 30 to 32, anywhere between 26 and 32 would be a nice little area to buy, and I'm mining the crap out of this on my helium miner. So I do like this to the upside. What's the typical day like? So I'm on the East Coast. I can tell you that I say I wake up early sometimes, but I can tell you this, I'm in no rush on a Monday, right? Mondays for me are preparation days. Tuesday, Wednesdays, I will typically wake up around 7:15 a.m. Eastern, have my coffee, do my little stretching, turn on my TV right over here, kind of listen to what's going on in the world. And then I do an 8 o'clock Zoom New York session, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays. So kind of looking at everything I've prepared over the weekend or on Monday for price coming into my price points. And if we get price in those price points, I'll be looking for entries. I typically will be on the computer till from 8 o'clock in the morning until I would say 11:30, and then after that it's just relying on alerts. And then that's it. After that it's if I'm in trades, managing the trades. If I'm not in trades, looking to see what I missed, pre-filling out my journal, and that's about it. I mean, it's not something that's a lot of I've learned not to spend a lot of time on TradingView, on the charts. Set your alerts, then let the alerts play themselves out for you, and it'll tell you when to get back on. So what is your top wallet to stake coins? What do you mean top wallet? So like, where do I stake them? Yeah, I mean, it all depends on the coin. I can tell you that for the most part, I do a lot of liquidity providing. I go on like QuickSwap or Uniswap because they pay out, really good percentages for liquidity. So if you're, what was it the other day? I think the other day, like Ethereum and Matic was paying out like 128% in quick, so like I will stake my Ethereum and Matic on that. There's some things, like if you have super bid, right? Super bid right now is 100% APY on Superbid's website to stake. And if you do it on Uniswap, where you provide liquidity, they're doing 250%, so it all depends. I mean, I'll tell you this, I use, where is it? Right. Let's see. Is it staked? No. Hold on. Give me 1 sec. So like, ICP, I stake on their network. Solana, I stake on, actually Solana, I'm staking on Kraken. Kraken's actually if you're going to stake it on an exchange, Kraken's probably one of the best. Hotbit is the other one. Man, I am trying to find, maybe I don't have it on here. There is a website where you can go. I know I've shared it before. Maybe I'm just blind. Hold on. I thought it was up here. Oh, here it is. Earn passive income. Oh, that's it. Stakingrewards.com. So you can go to stakingrewards.com. You can type in, essentially what you want. So like Solana, you can come here to Solana. It'll give you, if you want to run it as a validator or delegate your Solana. And you can go here and you can find who's paying out the best, right? You can search it by reward, and you can see where you can go to stake it with the highest APY, and you can do it for every coin. So stakingrewards.com is, I'll throw this in the chat. This is probably the best one that I use. Are the Zoom calls New York session? Yeah, that's just for people in my group. Ravencoin, yeah, Ravencoin's a good one. If you didn't see, I've been mining Ravencoin for a very, very long time. So Ravencoin's a really good one to get into. Also, if you haven't, for those of you guys looking to get into Ravencoin, so yeah, I'm doing 152 mega hash per day. I've actually solved 2 blocks this month. So I've made, what is it? I've made 9, let's see. So it's 5,000 coins per block. So I've made 10,000, right? Minus 100. So I've actually made, yeah, I've made 9,900 Ravencoin.
Are you almost done?
No. Yeah. So Ravencoin is a really good. Where's she at? Ravencoin, right here. Ravencoin's a really good one. And same thing, right? What do we see? We see accumulation, right? We have a really clean accumulation, and it has some pretty good upside potential. So I would like to see, to all-time highs. We're looking at about 125%. So, yeah. Have you been looking at Metaverse? So I'll be honest, I don't, like all of the virtual world stuff. Yeah. Like I got in on Axie when, pre-launch, and that was it. I just, I don't have time to really dedicate NFT stuff. I've got a couple of NFTs that I have. Where's the one? Hold on. So I have one, and I will share this. I haven't sold it yet. Where is it? So on OpenSea, I do have one now. This is the stupid one. Hold on. Hold on. Here we go. Yeah, I've got a couple of these that I'm holding on to. I've got a bunch of the comics that I have. A lot of them are rare ones, which are great. I have actually this one here, man. Some Yahoo. Where is it at? Now it won't even let me open it. Hold on. Let's see. Actually, there's a couple more that I'm going to pick up. None in these. Let me see. I do like, I'm not doing Ethereum NFTs anymore. None of these. We'll see. I'll play around with these in a little bit. I'm not doing any Ethereum NFTs. I'm only doing on the Polygon network because I'm tired of paying. I bought the other day, what was it, last month? I think I shared already on the, there was an NFT that I bought for like 280 bucks. And they wanted me to spend, I think it was something like $400 on fees, and you got to be out of your mind. So I'm not doing that. Yeah, I do DAOs. Yeah. So Olympus DAO is one. Yeah, Olympus DAO is one. I'm running a node on that. So, yep. And if you guys haven't, I'll talk about this real quick, pre-search. So yeah, yep. And XRP is actually coming out with a bunch now too. So pre-search, I'll tell you this, pre-search is a really good one. I dropped a video on my YouTube on starting a node. When I did the video, price was here and now price is up here. So it's going to cost a little more to do it because you need a stake 2,000 pre-search, which is right around like $650 right now. But I did it through setting up a Raspberry Pi, and you could see, so like I personally have it as a search engine. So you could see up here in the top left. So if I do a search, right? If I do a search, I get paid in pre-search. So every month I withdraw it. So you could see this month I made 46 pre-search, which isn't nothing. I mean, at 32 cents, it's a couple of dollars, but it's a couple of dollars on a decentralized search engine that already, doesn't track, doesn't allow any of that crap. And when I come over here to my node, you'll see that my node has, I mean, it's not much. I'm actually making more from the search right now, but this thing's been up for a couple of days and I'm at 5 pre-search that I've already accrued on it. And then they do every month, they'll do a drop. So I've claimed some already. This is just the unclaimed balance. My total balance, I think I'm at like 4,600 total. So I'm making, you know, probably at current price, I'm making about maybe like $125, $150 a month on it. You know, but it costs me nothing to put it on. You know, it's sitting in my mining rig on one of my shelves. And as this continues to go higher, I'm just going to make more and more off of it. So what do you think about Hex? You know, honestly, I don't, hold on. Let me see. What's the, I haven't looked at it in a while. Hold on. Let me just see something. No, wait, wrong one. Yeah, man, have a good one. Come on. Yeah, I don't know why it's not popping up. Anyway. Yeah, I'll tell you, Ravencoin's pretty good. I like Ravencoin. Pre-search is one that's low cost. It's right there with DPR. You know, DPR is a really good one too. DPR is one that I'm mining. So this is Deeper Network. It's a decentralized VPN, and I like the upside potential to this. So DPR is one that I'm mining. I've got a miner on it, mining Ravencoin. Actually, here's DPR right here. So, you know, this thing looks like it's just falling off the earth, but you know, in reality, I'm just waiting for it to really nicely accumulate to get going higher. Flux is another one too. You know, Flux is one that I'm mining, and Flux just took off. So, you know, we can see really clean accumulation. If Flux does come back into like the 75 to 60 to 75 range, this is where I'd be buying out of here. I don't know if we're going to see it go that low though. I mean, so from the original buy that a couple of us got into in August, you know, I saw it go up 1,700%. What do you think about BTC? I mean, I'm bullish on BTC, right? Who's not bullish on BTC? I'm pretty comfortable in saying that if we break the accumulation that we're in, we're coming down to that, what I say, like 32,000 mark. We're coming to 32,000, but I'm still bullish. ADA, yeah, ADA is bullish. Yep, Cardano's bullish. Yeah, Cardano's bullish for me. So we bought, where did we buy? We bought $1. I got in at around right here, $1.2582 was out of this price action. This was my latest buy was out of this area right here. You know, obviously I'm in it from like, I don't know, 26 cents or some crap like that way back last year. So yeah. Heck. Yeah, man, I have no idea. Heck. Never heard of it. What is it? Oh, Hector DAO. Now, I mean, I've got, I do they have a node? Let me see. I've never even looked at it, man. I don't know. I'd have to read the papers on this. Yeah, I know. I honestly know nothing about it. Yeah, Olympus is the one that I like. That's the one I'm running a node on. This one right here. Yeah, this is the one I'm running. So Yeah. What about BTCST? What is BTCST? Yeah, I mean, for the schematic that it's in right now, yeah. I mean, I've got an order pending in here. Yep. For me, we've confirmed the schematic, right? We've broken. So that's what this alert is right here. So to tell me to get that limit order in. Yep. Have I heard of Lusk? Of course I have, man. Of course. Right here. When did we buy this? We bought this. I'm pretty sure I did a video on it, right? Back in the summertime. I said to buy Lusco coin because it's co-creator of Ethereum. And we bought in here. Actually, I bought in here June 11th. I bought it at $5. So, and we saw this thing run for 730%. We took some partials at this high, and we were looking for buy areas out of here or out of here. And sure enough, what do we get? We got that buy area in here. So yeah, I got in. I'm waiting for this. This is what I'm waiting for. If price can break this high, I'm waiting right here, right around like 1150 to like 1250 is where I'm waiting for Lusco coin. Yeah. You sold yours at 40, all of it? No, I'm not selling all of it. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not selling all of it at 40. But yeah, that was a good sell out of 40 out of that distro. Yeah. Where did you get in at? You got in at 13? Okay. That's not too bad. So you probably got in right here, huh? Yeah, no. We got in here, actually right here. June 11th is where we bought. Really nice reaction. But yeah, Lusco coin, definitely. Yeah, I have no idea what BTCST is though. No clue. Yeah. Then you got again at 5. Okay. Oh, so you got again. Oh, wait. You got it on the way down. So you got it on the way down, and then you got in here. I got you. Yeah. No, it was a good run. I'm still, like I said, I took the partials I wanted here, and then I'm just waiting. This is bullish, so I'm gonna keep holding. What do you mean? What's the stop loss? I don't have a stop loss. Yeah, I'm dollar cost averaging, so for me, there is no stop loss. Yeah. Oh, Wes, my bad, bro. Yeah, I'll drop them, man. I'll drop them. I'll drop them. I'll drop them tonight, or I'll drop them first thing in the morning, man. All right. Yeah, you got it, bro. You got it. You should know already by looking at those accumulations what to hit. So I know we stopped at Ergo, so I'll drop from Ethereum down too, bro. Yeah. So anyway, Flow we talked about, H&T we talked about, ICP. I'm not doing much with ICP. ICP is just really just falling off the face of the earth. I'm in from like the 30s, and I'm just not seeing any signs of strength until we break this high up here. So Karura, this is one that I got in a while ago when it first came out. I actually staked some Kusama, and they gave me, based off of how much Kusama I staked, they gave me Karura. So for me, it's free money. I could care less where it goes, but you can obviously see that all-time highs is sitting up here at like 13. So, which was over the, not too long ago. So I'm eagerly seeing if we can get up there. Kava, no, Kusama is one that I'm really interested in as well. I bought Kusama back in the summer. You can see in May and in June. I'm going to be looking for more continuation. Obviously, what I want to see though is I want to see us break. I want to see us break some kind of order flow. We never made this low, so I need us to come up here. Once we break that, any pullbacks is where I'm going to be looking to take this higher. So Kusama is one that I really like. Kusama is on the Polkadot network, so I've always been a fan of Kusama. On Kraken, 12% APY is what it's paying. So even though it's not giving me huge rewards, it's still way up there. Chainlink, another one, right? Chainlink, where are we looking? I had, I got in here. Obviously, I'm holding it from way lower. We bought in over the summer out of like the $14 range. And now I'm just looking to see, can we get back into here? One of my orders did pop. I had an order at 17 cents. So I did get filled here. And, you could see the accumulation, right? So what do I want? Ideally, what do I want? I want price. Come on. I want price to give me that sign of strength. And on any pullback, I'm going to be buying it up, right? We're starting to see orders coming in. All of these, all of this is telling me buy orders are coming in, which is a good sign. We saw profit taking. That's the whole reason for the push down. Loop Ring's another one, right? Loop Ring was a really, really nice play. We caught Loop Ring. Where did we buy Loop Ring? We bought Loop Ring a couple of places. So, we bought out of here. This was that reaccumulation. So we got filled in June. We got filled. And I thought I had it. I guess I deleted. We got filled here in June. And then I took another buy order in July. And this thing has just skyrocketed from the original order. From the original order, this thing went 2,000% on Loop Ring. So obviously where Loop Ring's at, I was really hoping that we were going to come. Hold on. Yeah, I was really hoping we were going to come in here or come lower. If we can come in here, even better. I don't think we're going to get it though. I think out of this accumulation, I think we may see price walk itself up. So Loop Ring is one that I definitely I'd have on your radar. Talked about Lusco, talked about Mana. Matic is another one. These are all accumulating, right? So Matic has really taken off. It's never given us a pullback. We bought in May 23rd at 77 cents. Yeah, we saw it. We saw it over 600%. Well, no. We saw it 277% is what we saw the high, but this hasn't given us any pullback. Balancer, for buying it or for using it as a staking mechanism? Because I'll tell you this, I'm not buying it. Yeah, I'm not going to be buying it. Yeah. Yeah. I've got a little bit of it. I use it here. I use their platform, but I'm not buying it. Yeah, I'm not buying it yeah, it's got some upside potential, but it's not worth it for me. You can potentially see all-time highs here at like 350. It does look cheap, sure. I'm just, yeah, it's not. I bought in. Where did I buy in? I bought in. I don't remember if I bought in the summertime or if I bought in December, because I bought a lot of crypto December 2020. So, I've taken partials up in here in this distro. I'm not willing to give any more investment to it. So, yeah. Let me just see what else we have. Talked about that. Quick's another one. Look at Quick. So hold on. Let me go to a chart that actually has, let's see, KuCoin. No, hold on. CoinX. There we go. Yeah. So Quick woke up today, man. Look at this. Quick today alone went 158%. So I personally have never bought Quick. What I do is I stake coins on QuickSwap, right? So I come over here and I will do farming with it. And you can see, let's see. So, you can stake Ethereum and US dollar coin. They'll give you 28% APY and they're going to pay you in quick, right? Same thing, like some of these are crazy. Ethereum and quick, 387%, so yeah, I stake, I like using QuickSwap. Aave and Ethereum, 57%, some of these, wrapped Bitcoin and US dollar coin. Well, look at this one, US dollar coin. And wow, I may need to jump on this, 4,626%. That's what they're paying. It's got $1 million in total deposits. So they'll pay you out in quick. So the pool rate is 4.49 quick per day. And then what you're doing is based on how much liquidity you provide. Say you own like 5% of the pool, right? 4.49, 5% of that is going to be given to you every day, So yeah, QuickSwap's one of the big ones that I use. I stake, I would rather stake my Ethereum on here than, not that I can't run my own node on Ethereum because I don't own 32 Ethereum. I own like half of that. So I don't have enough to run my own node. So instead I'll stake my Ethereum on here. And yeah, I mean, it's definitely worth it. Definitely worth it. So QuickSwap is one that I use. And yeah, Quick is definitely making a nice little move, and all-time highs is just under $1,000. So this is a nice little move. Is there a minimum for what? For staking? Like on QuickSwap? No, there's no minimum. Yeah, I mean, just keep in mind this, right? This is done on not the Ethereum, but on the Polygon network, right? So, the fees are definitely cheap as crap. So yeah, you can, I think my son, I have, let me see, hold on. What is he? I think it's on his other computer. I was going to say even my son, I want to say that he's maybe got like $1,000 worth of Ethereum and, I think Matic as well. So he's staking 1,000 of each of Matic and Ethereum on here. So yeah, you can, I mean, I know you can stake $50 if you want, just, you want to make sure that, if you're going to do it, you're doing it, with the investment in mind. Because what you don't want to do is this, especially on the Ethereum network, you don't want to stake $250 of a token or coin and then pay, say, $20 in fees, right? But out of your $250, you're only making, let's say you're only making 5%, right? APY. Well, 5%, right, of $250 is $12.50. And if you just pay $20 to stake it, you're actually losing, right? I mean, you're losing, if I do the math right, $7.50 by staking. So you want to make sure that you have enough to make it worthwhile. All right. So if the chart, oh no, I'm making a play on crypto. Trust me. I've been waiting for this. How long have I've been waiting? 3 months, 3 months for these drops. So, I've been talking about the drops for probably since September, October. I first said we're going to see BTC drop, and we did, right? Where did I say BTC was going to come to? I said I was looking for 42,000 on BTC, and we came to 41,744. So we came right to the buy area that I wanted. And now, what are we seeing? We're seeing clear evidence of accumulation, so this is where I want it to come down to. So if it obviously we're looking for that. Yeah. Yeah. But anyway, so, I mean, Quick's a good one. Talked about Ravencoin, Solana, but Solana, man, Solana's not giving us a good pullback. Trying to think, XMR, what's Monero doing? Monero might be another one too, you know. Monero, Monero might be something as well. You know, it's just, is it worth the R to R, you know? I mean, if you get all-time highs, I mean, it's only 177%. You know, honestly, if I had limited funds that I was investing in crypto, you know, this would be towards the bottom of my list. I'd be more interested in maybe like an SRM, right? Something like this, because Monero is 177% increase. SRM, right? If we get Serum here, I mean, that's 300% all-time high. So Serum would be more on my list than Monero. Yeah. Yep. But yeah, I'd look at all of these. I think you could stake it. Yeah, no, you could stake it. Yep, absolutely. So anyway, I would have these definitely on my list of things to keep an eye out on. You know, hold on. Yeah, I would definitely have it on my list. You know, crypto for me, I've been waiting for it. Like I said, for 2 months, 3 months now. We've gotten the pullbacks. You know, if you across the board, if you look at all of these pairs, I mean, they're accumulating orders. So I do like where they're at. You know, and I'm looking for continuation. I'm bullish, right? I'm bullish on crypto. There's nothing really that's showing me weakness in the market. So I'm going to continue to take these higher. Luna. Yeah. You know what? Do I not have Luna on here? I do have Luna. Oh, maybe it's on my active one. Yeah, no, Luna. But I'll tell you right now, like with Luna, it's we've missed the boat. If you're not in it, you've missed it. Hold on. Yeah, if you're not in this, you've missed it. You know, the buys were this summer. You know, I mean, shoot, I don't know where my chart is, but you know, I bought over the summer. Actually, the May 28th drop that Sunday, that's where I bought. So I mean, this thing is up almost 2,000%. You know, it's almost like Solana. Like where do you want to buy it from? I mean, if it comes back down into here, you know, this is the area that I would buy Luna at, but I don't see it coming down there. You know, there's no reason for me to buy it at this price. You know, yeah, you know, it's like I said, it's the same thing like Solana. Solana is a great investment, but I'm not buying from up here. Not when we got in at $28, you know, and I dropped a pretty penny on that. So yeah. Yeah, Luna's the same. Yep, Terra's the same thing. I mean, a lot of the altcoins there are, you know, if you didn't get in within the last 3 months, you're at a disadvantage because they haven't given a significant pullback. You know, yeah, I would definitely, you know, I would definitely be looking for a bigger pullback for me to invest in it. You know, because it's investing it is different than margin trading it. You know, you've got to look at what your R to R is. That's why I'm personally not buying any more Bitcoin, you know, because in order for me to get, say, like a 300% increase on Bitcoin, right? Price has to go to $187,000 for me to get 300%. But yet I can drop the same amount on SRM, and all I need on Serum is for us to make a new all-time high, which we were at in September, not 4 months ago, right? So for me, Bitcoin is no longer an option. I'm not buying any more Bitcoin. I'll have, you know, I own I own, a couple coins, and I'm just going to hold on to those for long hauls. It's just going to be what I'm going to be maintaining, and, see what the next couple of years bring. So, but yeah, I mean, listen, that's pretty much everything I wanted to cover today. I know I said I was going to have a quick stream. Any last questions, let me know. And, hopefully everyone has a good new year. I don't know if I'll have a stream next Tuesday. It kind of depends on what I'm doing this weekend, but if not, I'll see everyone the following weekend. If you guys have any questions or anything, hit me up. You can DM me on Discord, or you can hit my Instagram. And like I said, hopefully everyone has a very safe and happy new year, and I'll catch everybody later. Sounds good. Yep, you got it. Always a, it's always fun to do these streams. I'll tell you this, ever since I started doing these about a year ago, I've definitely, learned a lot from it. So, hopefully you guys have learned from the streams as well. And with that, I'll catch everybody later, man. Have a good one.